house has been Christmasified, and we also put up our pictures. So I've got to be careful where I show you. My husband's okay with our photos being there. And then our babies, and you can't recognise them. Anyway, today I'm just going to bring you along in like a kind of a day in the life kind of thing. Got some washing to fold, groceries to pick up, general tidying of the house. That's what I'm going to do today. So I'm just getting our washing off the line. When I put the washing on the line, we have an undercover washing line, which is amazing. I've never had one before, and it's just game changing. So there's 6 lines along the line, and there's 5 of us in our family, so I tend to put everybody's washing just on the one line. So as I'm hanging it out, it's a bit out of order, but once I bring it in, I can put everyone's in layers in the basket, so then when I go into each person's room to put it away, it just makes things a lot quicker because I don't have to refold it and resort it and all of that stuff. So here I am, taking everything off the line. And then on this day, it hasn't been super sunny, and so the socks and undies are taking a long time to dry. So I chucked them in the dryer, just so they would get to dry a lot quicker. So when I do that, I fold them, and I just have each person lined up along the bench. So it goes in age order: Dad, Mum, Chook, Nuggie, Popcorn. Just to make life easier for myself, Popcorn has white socks, Nuggie has black socks, Chook has white socks with coloured heels and toes, and then my husband and I have our own socks. It just makes sorting and folding a lot easier because I just have to find 2 white socks and put them together. Recently I did buy Popcorn, Chicken and Nuggie new socks, but I bought them in the next size up, so the pairs don't always match now. But I'm trying really hard to just match the right size with the right size. Eventually the older ones or the smaller ones will get thrown in the bin. Their undies as well are too small to fold. They annoy me, so they just go flat in their drawers, and then the 3 big bums people get theirs folded. And yeah, I just find that if I do a small amount, this is 2 or 3 days worth, I think, maybe 3. But if I do it more often, it doesn't take as long, and I don't procrastinate as much. I say as much. I procrastinate a lot about folding washing. I really don't enjoy it. So maybe me filming it will make me do it more often. Anyway. And then I realised that I had a matching sock that was leftover from last time I did washing. So there it is. Found it. So now I'm just taking the basket into each person's room, putting all the stuff away. My kids like to wear clothes for half a second and then take them off, so they often leave just stuff on top of their shelf, and so I am re-putting everything back up. In Popcorn Chicken's room, she has a hanging rack, like a temporary one, because we like our kids to be independent, so if she can reach her clothes, she can get them. So we just have that temporary rack until she gets tall enough to reach the top. But it means that she can sort herself out in the morning, choose her own clothes. And yeah, I like them to be independent. Doesn't mean they always are, but it means that she can access her clothes. And so, yeah. So I just take the basket into each person's room, put their stuff away, move on to the next. On this day, I think I made beds as well. I try to get them to make their own, but like, she's just turned 3. She's not capable of making her own bed at the moment. So it's a work in progress, but we'll get there. She has like 20 teddies at the end of her bed. That's what I'm doing, getting them all off so I can fold up the quilt and put it back and then put them all back on. So it's ridiculous, but she enjoys it and it doesn't hurt me. So she has 100 toys at the end of her bed. At least they're not in the bed with her. They don't have to be in certain spots. She's just happy that they're all down there watching her sleep. It doesn't help her stay in her own bed though. We are really struggling with that. One day I'll have my bed with just myself and my husband in it, but that is not today. So same thing in Nuggy's room, just putting his undies and socks away, and I'm rearranging his undies in the pile because he always reaches for the same ones and it really annoys me. And then once again putting away the pyjamas and all the clothes that he's left on his shelf. I try not to wash everything every time they wear them because it's actually ridiculous. My kids are pretty dirty, so most of the time that like daycare clothes need to be washed and stuff every day, but pyjamas they wear a couple of days, and other clothes, if we haven't gone anywhere or done anything or got dirty, then we don't wash them. Sometimes they put them in their washing basket and I take them back out and put them in their wardrobe again. But, you know, mum life, managing all the tasks that need to be done. Sometimes a bit overwhelming, so let's not give ourselves more work than we need, hey? So he has like sets of clothes, like the shirt matches the shorts, and so I try to put them on the hanger together because he can reach his top hanger just. And he likes to wear certain things together, so if I put them together, he just has to pick. He doesn't have to rifle through the drawer to find the matching clothes. So tracksuits that have a top and pants together that get hung together on the hanger. Pyjamas obviously get hung together on the hanger. So he just, has access to the whole set of stuff rather than rifling through the drawer because everything is folded in there, but he has too many clothes for the space that he has. So I try to make life easier for myself and for him and not make too much mess. And he also gets really hot in bed, so he just has his quilt usually for bed and pull the big blanket if he needs to. Now we're into Chook's room. She is very independent. She's 9.5. So she likes to do all her own stuff. She's made her own bed this morning, but she also likes to get lots of clothes out. So I'm just hanging out what she wore on the weekend that really didn't get worn, hanging that back up so she can wear it again because I am washing clothes that have been worn for 10 minutes. And then get to put her stuff away. She's got a lot more drawer space than the other two and a lot less hanging space. Her wardrobe's like 3 panels wide, but there's only that one little tiny rack. So I think when they get older, we're going to extend those racks, get more racking in there so they can hang more clothes. I just like the way they sit when they're hanging rather than being folded. I don't iron, so hanging's better. But yeah. And then finally, our room, the master room. Haven't made bed. My bed rarely gets made, if I'm being honest. On days that I'm feeling productive, I do make it, but otherwise I don't. I feel like I make everyone else's and the kids' rooms look nice and our room just looks like a brothel. I also lost a coat hanger, a couple of coat hangers. We don't keep that many coat hangers, so I had to go and find one, or a few. I must have extra clothes in my wardrobe, or I'm really up to date on washing, because I normally only have enough hangers in the wardrobe for what clothes we have. But yeah, just putting mine and my husband's clothes away, and then finally done. It's going to be done. So in my husband's wardrobe, he is like the children and wears things for 5 minutes. I just shove them back in his little shelf things, so he can wear them again because I'm not washing clothes that aren't dirty. But I don't necessarily put his clothes where he wants them. I just put them away, and if he wants to rearrange it, he can. He's a grown up. He can do that. He doesn't like to I like to have a set spot for everything, and he's not so fussy about that. So I just put stuff away, and if he wants to rearrange it, he can. He doesn't, because he doesn't care about things like that. I don't take as much care with his clothes as I do with my own because I like to know where things are, and he just grabs stuff and finds it. So he's all good. And then in the bottom of my basket was a moth, so I had to take him outside. Alright, so I've just done put all the washing away, and now I've got my the alert that my Woolies order is ready for click and collect. So I've got a Woolies order today and a Coles order tomorrow. The Woolies stuff I need for dinner tonight, the Coles stuff I don't. So let's go to Woolies. So I'm at Woolies just waiting for my click and collect order. I always do click and collect because it is easier for me to stick to budget. I'm not used to filming in public, this is weird for me. But yeah, so I like to do click and collect because I can stick to my budget. If I go over, I can take things out without being embarrassed at the checkout. And yeah, so I always do click and collect. Usually you can do it in the morning and pick it up later in the afternoon, which suits me fine. So yeah, just waiting for that to be delivered, and then I've just got to go to Aldi for a couple of things, and then I'll be home. Right, so I'm home from Woolies and Aldi, and I forgot my microphone in the other video, so hopefully there's not too much sound difference. Chairs are up on the table because the Roomba's going, and she was charging, and now she's not, so I'm just going to let her finish the back. Anyway, so hopefully that doesn't disturb us too much. Just trying to get my microphone into the other hand. Alright, so at Aldi, before I start, this is how I do my groceries. I take my washing baskets in my car, and then they dump it all in there. It's much easier to carry without having to load bags up onto your arms. So if you have the convenience of doing that, do it. Aldi has advent calendars. I've got 3 kids, so I'll pop them away for December 1st. They were $5 each. The other things I got at Aldi are the chips in a can. And I got some cheesy stringers, which I've already eaten some of them because I was hungry and I didn't want to go to Macca's. So, chips in a can, cheesy peelers, and advent calendars for the children. And now Woolies, so everything's in there. I got 4 of these 4-packs. They're on sale for $8.35. They're normally $16.35, so heaps cheaper. So I got 4 packets. That'll last us 2 weeks. My husband drinks one every day. Then I got the gluten-free burger buns. We have burgers once a week, so Chook will have 2 burgers. So we actually portion them, split them in half, butter them, and freeze them so that they're ready to go when we have burgers, and we have burgers tonight. So I will do 2, and then the rest I'll put away. Normal burger buns for everyone else, and whatever we don't use tonight I will freeze. Same thing, cut up, split in half, butter, and freeze, so they're ready to go for next time. This is our favourite butter chicken sauce, so because I don't go to Woolies very often, I just got the month's worth, so we have it once a week. So 4 of those, and then a basket full of fruit pouches, apple, mango, and apple and strawberry. I got 10 of each because Chook takes one in her lunchbox every day, and the other 2 like to snack on them. And our big boy, who is in his kinder year this year, so last year before primary school, has to take a lunchbox to daycare now to practice being a big schoolboy, and so he is taking 1 pouch a day as well, so we've got to buy more. But that's enough for 2 to 3 weeks, depending on if they eat it every day. And I will top it back up when I do my big Woolies shop in a couple of weeks. Alright, so I shop at Coles, Woolies and Aldi. Woolies, I get a 10% off shop once a month. So I try to use that later in the month because I work for the Coles group and we get 10% off in the first, there's 5 days every month in the first sort of week that we get 10% off, and normally it's 5% off. So I do a big shop at Coles every month to get the 10% off, and then any top-up shops we do at Coles if possible because we get the 5% discount. And then Aldi for certain things that we must get at Aldi, usually just gluten-free stuff, because Chook only likes certain things from certain places, and when you can't eat a lot, you eat what you like. So yeah, I've got the big Coles shop is happening tomorrow. I've already done that order and it will be collected tomorrow. And I couldn't get a slot for this morning and we're busy this afternoon, so I will collect that in the morning. So that's Woolies and Aldi done. The rest of the afternoon I'm not going to film because I've got to go and pick up Nuggie from kinder, take him to school transition. He's got an hour session this afternoon. And then because we're already at the school, we'll pick up Chook, and then we've got to come home and Chook has an OT session. And while her OT session is on, I actually have a call with the ENT for Chook because we're having ongoing issues with her sleeping and trying to sort out sleep apnea and all sorts of other stuff that goes along with having Down syndrome. So I have that call during OT, so hopefully everyone's behaving. And then after that we will go to pick up popcorn chicken from daycare because she is staying there the whole time, so she's not interrupting the OT session. Normally my husband would take Nuggie out to somewhere while the OT session is on because it's just more distraction that we don't need. But we can't do that today because he is working this afternoon, so he's already gone to work and won't be home till 10 o'clock after the kids go to bed. So it's just me on my lonesome, and so hopefully the doctor's appointment doesn't go for the entire 45 minutes of the OT session because I also need to get dinner ready. So we're just having burgers, which is quick and easy. Chuck some chips in the air fryer, fry off the burgers. The little two don't eat burgers, so I just do chicken tenders for those. And the mince is defrosting for the burgers. I've just got to shake them and cook them, which doesn't take too long. So that's the afternoon, and then we normally eat dinner very early, but today we are not because everything just runs later on Wednesdays because of OT. So we are normally eating by 4:30, but tonight it'll be closer to 5:30, maybe even 6 o'clock by the time we get popcorn chicken from daycare. So just depends what happens as to what we do and how long we have to hang around at all the places to do all the things. But yeah, Wednesdays are busy afternoons for us. Anyway, I think that's it from me. Enjoy your day. Alright, so this is our Coles shop for week, maybe, fortnight, maybe, who knows? Who knows how long it's going to be. We've got some gluten-free Cocoa Pops, some ice cream, nuggets for the little kids, tenders for the little kids, 4 loaves of bread. We've got 4 packets of the French fries. I'm going to try these gluten-free sausage rolls. I think we've had them before and she liked them, so we'll see. Some tea times for husband. 2 packets of these cookies and cream. Chook does like these. She doesn't love them, but they were on special, so I got 2. They last for ages in the biscuit barrel. Nice biscuits for Nuggie. Pods for Mum. CC's for Dad. These are gluten-free too, so Chook can have those. We've got some chicken drumsticks and some salmon. We haven't tried the kids on salmon for ages. Last time we had it, I think they ate it. I can't remember, so we're going to have salmon for dinner one night. I've got a few tins of tuna. My husband, it's his latest work lunch. He has tuna with brown rice and avocado and chipotle sauce, I think. 2 punnets of strawberries, some thickened cream. We'll have creamy chicken pasta one night for dinner. Cheese, we all eat cheese, and then the yogurts for the week. And then we've got some lemon and white chocolate cookies. I remember Chook has liked these in the past, but we haven't had them for a while, so we'll see. Just looking for different things to put in her lunchbox. And then wagon wheels for my husband, because he loves them. There was a few things that was not supplied as well. String cheese, gluten-free bread, which is annoying, some cookies and some lollies that I was getting for myself. So we will just go to a different Coles later on today. We've got a few things. My husband's home today, so we are doing a little bit of Christmas shopping for the kids, and we will go to a different Coles when we do that. So that's Coles. So now it's the afternoon. I've edited this whole video and I am going to pop it up. But yeah, just a little bit of a it's terrible lighting. A little bit of a day in the life. I do have to get better with remembering my microphone, and then fixing the voiceover sound, but I'm getting there. I think I'm learning a lot. So let me know if you like this style of video, if you want to see more of like day-to-day life, or if you just want to see my groceries, or if you just want to hear me talking. Let me know what you like and what you don't like. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thank you to those who have. And yeah, I'll see you next time.